What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a little PFD shopping. We're at one of my favorite shops here in Bend, Oregon, Tumalo Creek Canoe and Kayak, and you can see they have a full wall of life jackets. So I'm going to try out a few different ones. I'm looking for something that's low profile for me, something that's going to work in my recreational kayaks as well as my sea kayaks. Just kind of a one jacket that does it all, nothing super specific. So we're going to try a few on, see what I like, see what I don't like, and then maybe educate you guys on different styles along the way. So let's go check it out. So over the years, I've used a lot of different PFDs. We used to sell NRS, Stoquist, a little bit of Astral, but Astral stepped up in a big way to sponsor this channel. So I'm gonna check out their life jackets. I haven't spent a whole lot of time looking at their stuff. It's been a few years since we've had the shop and they've come out with a lot of new styles. So I'm gonna kind of go through their line a little bit and see what works for my style paddling. The first jacket I really like the looks of is this little guy right here. This is called the YTV. And what I like about this one is it's got nice big shoulder cutouts. That's always what I'm looking for because I do a lot of rotation and a lot of shoulder movements, and I want a life jacket that fits me low and sort of around my core. The only thing I don't love about this one in particular is it doesn't have a side entry. It's a pull over your head kind of life jacket. So typically whitewater boaters would use something like this. Great for like play boating or things where you want total range of motion. Wow, yeah, this is it. This is super cool. So when I'm adjusting a life jacket, I always start off all the way open. As you saw the way I slipped that over my head so easily. I always start with it all the way open. We start from the bottom and tighten down the straps, and I work my way up. So the bottom strap, middle strap, and then this one I go to the upper straps here. And that is a really comfortable life jacket. It's got two pieces of foam. It's got this front panel, and then underneath it's got a side panel. And so it just feels like it wants to move and articulate with my body. Total range of motion on my shoulders. That definitely would be out of the way. The only thing I don't love is these pockets are a little on the small side. One of the things, I mean, obviously I've grown this whole YouTube channel with my cell phone. So one of the things I always want is a spot to easily park my phone. And typically I would go with some sort of a front pocket. The other thing is I'm mostly recreational paddling or touring, maybe surfing in the river. I want something that's easy to get on and off. I don't necessarily want to have to take it on and off over my head. So I think we're going to keep shopping. But I do love how low profile that thing is. Also like this little mesh spot where it cinches down around your stomach. That's a very cool life jacket. So next up we have the V8 life jacket. This jacket's actually been around for a long time. This is one of my wife's favorites. She's used this one a lot over the years. I like it because it's a high back. Look at that. Tons of room in the mesh back. So if you're up against a frame chair, you're going to have lots of room. You're not going to be sitting against the frame. I also love the foam they use. They've got this little spot on the back that kind of elevates the rest of the life jacket up off you. So you have a lot more breathability, a lot more air movement. I also like in the front, they do the cupped shelf up here. So less bulk on your chest. And then air pockets to go through the whole vest. So it's just going to really breathe. The other thing that's wild is look at the contour of that jacket. So when you put that on, it's going to want to hug your body. So you put it on, look at that, just already kind of contours. Very cool. Again, we're going to start at the bottom. It's got a clip here. A couple of side cinches. This is a really, really lightweight life jacket. You feel like it's not even on. You can see how high that back hits me. So if I was sitting against a chair, that wouldn't be a problem. A couple of pockets on either side. You got a pocket here. Pocket here. They don't do it on the front, obviously, because you've got the breathability holes. Well, let's see if my phone fits in here. I guess it kind of squeezes in. It's got those little mesh pockets on either side, so definitely be nice and wet. So this is a cool life jacket. If I was only recreational paddling or if I was in a sit on top with a high back, I would probably go with something like this. But again, I personally like something that's a little lower and around my core more. I think I'm going to keep shopping. But if you were looking at a recreational sit inside or sit on top, this would be a great way to go. All right, next up, we're going to check out the SEBA from Astral. This is a newer life jacket from them. And got my attention here is just how soft and pliable the foam is. They're definitely using a different style of foam in here. I know Astral's really big on recycled foam, or, you know, everything is very green with their company. It's very true. I just don't know exactly what kind of foam they use. But man, is it super, super squishy and soft. Again, when you're trying on life jackets, you want to make sure to stretch them all the way out before you put it on. I see that all the time when people go try something on and it's all misadjusted and like, this isn't gonna work for me. Well, just take a second, loosen it all up, then put it on, and then we'll cinch it down. This one's got the bottom buckle, the front zipper, working my way up through the straps here. Cool. Well, it's definitely soft, but it does feel a little bit more bulky around the front than some of the other ones I've tried on. Check my pocket here. Definitely has a great pocket for my phone. The other thing I really dig is that right there. See if I have that all the way out. There you go. That guy right there. It's got fuzzy little pockets to hold my hands in. Definitely a cool life jacket. I do worry a little bit about the warmth. It just feels extra thick and like not near as breathable as maybe the V8 or some of the other ones I tried on. But I do like the pockets. I do like the hand warmers. But I think what I'm looking for today is just something smaller, low profile, minimalistic. This is probably a little bit more than what I need. So I think we're going to try this one on next. This one's called the Ringo. I like the tri-panels and the way it folds. That should contour really well. So let's check this one out. I really like the looks of this jacket a lot. I like how moldable it seems. Like when it contours, it already wants to make a round shape. There's nothing worse than trying to like force flat panels around you and it just feels awkward. You want your life jacket to just kind of disappear. Over the years, I've used a lot of side entries. It can be a little bit, not that much more work to put on, but a little bit more. But what I found is the side entries tend to give you more flexibility when you have the jacket on. Oh, that's super comfortable. Let's see. Start at the bottom here, work my way up. Ooh, dang, that feels amazing. Let's see if it fits my phone. It's kind of a dumb thing, but like when I'm looking for a life jacket, this is super important to me. Oh yeah, that's fine. Now I can just leave that thing unstrapped if I want a quick access, if I knew I was gonna hit some stuff, cinch it in. Other things that I should mention is you've got a knife spot on pretty much any of these PFDs if you wanted to add a river knife. I usually have one on me, although more and more I've been leaning towards just carrying a small pocket knife and not having something to get hung up on. I've been using my life jackets on my kayaks as well as my sailboat. And when I'm doing a bunch of stuff, either around the sailboat or if I'm doing rescues, I just notice that knife to get caught in my lines a lot. So I'm kind of migrating away from my little river knife. But you do have a spot for it on this life jacket. On the back, you've got a spot if you wanted to put a little strobe light or a white light to be paddling after dark, you can clip that right on here. It also has a little loop. So if you wanted to, you could set this thing up with a rescue tow line. Yeah, very cool, versatile life jacket. This is, I think this is kind of what I'm looking for. Low profile, minimalist. I can use it in my sea kayak, nice and low profile. I can use it in a whitewater kayak. I can use it in a wreck boat. It doesn't have the high back or the mesh back, but I'm gonna have an Astral Ronnie for that has the thin back. And I personally like the thin backs more than the high backs. The high backs carry a lot of the foam up front and very thin in the back. But I personally just like a thin back all around, and it spreads out the foam a little bit and makes the life jacket feel a little bit less intrusive. Now the color, I got blue or black. What do you guys think? I always lean towards black, but it doesn't show up that good in video. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just lean towards the blue today. Get this one. I like it. It's like heavy duty Cordura nylon. It feels a little bit more substantial than the V8 life jacket, which is kind of more of like a rip stop. This is super lightweight and definitely feels like it disappears, but this thing just feels like a little bit more rugged, like for climbing in and out of the boat. You know, I'm hard on my gear. I think this thing's gonna hold up really well. So let's go get checked out and go hit the water. So thanks so much for hanging out with us today, you guys. We hope you had as much fun as we did making this video. I hope you found it educational. If nothing else, we hope you found it entertaining. Until next time, this is Dan, wishing you happy paddling. We'll see you on the next one.